Let's get it, let's go. Let's get it, let's go.
What is up, y'all? We are back with another one today. In today's video, we talk about DPS in just a little bit. So my boy has been posting some good quality content on this channel as far as DPS, and he's been doing different power sets and stuff like that. And I can't help but notice looking at the comment section, right? Comment section is saying, people are saying, it's not a real loadout with iconics. Why use so many iconics over the power set abilities, stuff like that. And I see it too for different content creators as well that post DPS content. And the main reason why, iconics are being used more than the power set abilities is because it's more optimal. It's more optimal because of damage splitting. So for those who don't know about damage splitting, pretty much, what you hit for on a single target, it should hit for multiple enemies too as well. And I want to say once you get to 3 or more enemies, that's when your damage starts splitting. Now with that new iconics, your damage doesn't fall off by hitting 3 more enemies. It's going to hit for the same amount. Let's say if you're averaging, 500k, just throwing a number out there, right? On single target for the same move. And you go to, 3 or more enemies and you hit that same move, you should be getting 500, obviously not considering crits and stuff like that, but it should be 500, for the whole mob of enemies. Compared to a power set ability, you might hit for, let's say, 500 again, let's say 500, right? And then for single target, so you go to a mob of enemies, it's not gonna hit for 500 piece. It might hit for 100, stuff like that. So I can show you better than I can tell you. So here we have Skintlane Blast. That's from the White Lantern augment. So this is iconic right here. Then we have a power set, which is Soul Bolt. Both roughly the same move, 0.5 cooldown, something you can spam that works for AoE. So let's look at our numbers here. Look, we got Eddie right there. All right, so let's use the iconic first. So I took off everything art wise, and I'm not rocking anything ally wise. That should boost me up. Yep. All right, cool. Well, let's start with a Skintlane Blast. Did it a few times. I'll let it get to 20. All right. So let's see. So we got a crit of 182k. Then we got 88k. So yeah, so 88k is the base. 182 is the crit. So let's look for it. We should be looking for 88k again on 5 targets. So yeah, I was in for 88k again. All right, so let's go over here again. Let's try Soul Bolt now. Let's see what Soul Bolt's hitting for a single target. Look like the non-crits are hitting for roughly 114, 116. All right, so let's see. 116, 121. So anything between 114 and 121k non-crit. Right. So let's do it on 5 targets. See that drop off? Goes to 47k a piece. That's nasty. That's a nasty drop off right there. Compared to Skintlane Blast. Back to hitting for 88k. And I don't even have any of the crit arts in. So if you got your crit arts in, you're probably gonna be critting for, I don't know, the 800s a piece or something like that for the crits and stuff like that. I don't know. Either way, still, why is my screen glitch? Either way, still, that's the issue right now in the game as far as damage splitting. So as a player, you can't get mad at another player for having a loadout full of iconics, or even posting content with iconics. At the end of the day, they're DPS, damage per second. They want to do as much damage per second, so you can't get mad at them for that, right? It's just the same thing as you work for a company, and they provide transportation. Transportation is the bicycle that they give you. You know, it takes 45 minutes to get to work every day. Now all of a sudden they say, hey, here's a car. You know, 99% of people are going to take that car. You know, why? Because it cuts down. You know, it takes 10, 15 minutes to get to work instead of 45 minutes on the bike. So if anything, blame the devs, not the players. You know, players don't deserve that backlash. At the end of the day, you know, it says it in the title, damage per second. You know, players want to provide as much damage per second as they possibly can, and iconics allow you to do that. You know, they allow you to bring more pain. So yeah, like I said in a few videos ago about, you know, running your own build, creating your own sauce and stuff like that, you're more than welcome to do that as a DPS. You're more than welcome. Just know that there's certain feats in this game. There's certain content in this game that require some extra pain bringing. And do you really want to hold the group back when it comes to, you know, bringing that extra little bit of pain? You know, that's up to you. You know, that's up to you. I can't tell you how to play the game, but you just know that, like I said, if you're missing out on certain feats or you can't get through certain content, you know, in the burn, if the burn is the issue, then, you know, you might want to look yourself in the mirror, right? And like I said, it's a slippery slope as far as, you know, iconics versus the Powerset abilities. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, you can get through most content, you know, in this game. Like I said, we got through before, when this came out, Shadow Curse. So beginning of last year, you know what I'm saying, we got through content before these iconics came out that wasn't splitting damage, right? So you can get through content with your normal Powerset abilities, but do you want to make it easier for yourself, right? You don't have to use iconics, but they help you burn through content you know, faster. So like I said, you got 12 abilities. You can do what you want. Play the game how you want to, right? But just know that, you know what I'm saying, them iconics hit a little bit harder. They do hit a little bit harder. And are you willing to sacrifice your cosplay or whatever you're trying to do with your Powerset abilities, you know, to hit harder? That's a personal choice right there. I can't make that choice for you. You know, so I'll leave it up to you. But I do have someone I can recommend to you guys if you're either anti-iconic or you just haven't been playing, just got back to the game, you trying to catch up on different stuff like that, and you can't buy out any iconics and stuff like that right now. And you just want to use, you know, straight Powerset abilities. I got someone for you. Dead Sea Scrolls Gaming. He went through every single Powerset, and he has builds with no iconics. So go check him out. He's the guy for you if you're anti-iconic or you just missed out on the iconics itself. So go check them out. They're very recent too. What a month ago. I'll post it here on the screen, so go check it out. Check him out. And yeah, that's pretty much it for today's video, guys. You know what I'm saying? That's a personal choice. Iconics, Powerset. That's up to you. Me personally, I like to mainly use iconics. Like, I want to hit harder. Me personally, I want to hit harder. You know, I got too many tunes to be sitting in content longer than what I need to. So that's my personal choice. You got to make that choice for yourself. But I'm out. I'll catch y'all later. Peace.